Jake, these slippers made you a lot of money.
Yeah. Like midway through 2018, and it was 6 months before I ever had a profitable product, and there was 42 products that I tested. Oh my God, everything you can think of. I sold dog products, waist trainers.
I thought he was dropshipping dogs. I was like,
yeah, that too. Do females like it? If chicks will buy it, it'll usually sell more than if men will buy it. So thank you, women, for building my small businesses for me. One of the biggest things that's going to drive continuous traffic is having a steady stream of content. I got taken down by Facebook because that was my only traffic source, and I went from making like 30K a month to nothing. And I felt like I'd just been kicked in the stomach. It was awful.
If Facebook didn't do that, a lot of e-commerce brands, like I talked to a lot of my friends, they got hit with the iOS 14 update. So that's like a huge blessing in disguise if you look back at it.
So yeah, I never wanted to feel like that again, and I did like 12 more times. Instead of looking at these problems as failures, looking at them as little lessons that I learned to continue building momentum.
All right, so next speaker, we have Jake. I met Jake about a year ago at a networking event at a friend's place. And yeah, we got linked up, and he was telling me that he was doing some e-commerce stuff. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, what do you sell? He's like, oh, I sell these like slippers. I'm like, slippers? That's interesting. And he showed me these slippers. And then I'm sure 80% of you have gotten targeted on either Facebook or Instagram or TikTok by these type of. You don't have a sample today, do you? Yeah, I should have brought some. But they're called pillow slides, but they're just like these like really big, not big. How would you describe them? Like foamy, thick, yeah, thick foamy pillows, and they come in different colors, and and he's like, yeah, I've sold a lot of these. I'm like, how many? He's like, well, our run rate is going to be like $10 million. I was like, holy crap! How do you sell $10 million worth of like slippers? So from there on, like we got connected, and yeah, it's very eye-opening to me because I come from an Amazon world, right? Like the Amazon space. But he sells on Amazon, but very little. His main bread and butter is actually direct to consumer. So like he's got his own website. He drives his traffic from like influencers and Facebook ads and Instagram ads and TikTok and all that type of stuff. So I'm super excited to pick his brain tonight. And yeah, welcome to the stage, Jake. Let's get the man a mic.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Right. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Jake, I mean, these slippers made you a lot of money.
Yeah.
My first question is, how did you find this product?
So yeah, it's not really that sexy of a story. If you guys are familiar with drop shipping, I'd been drop shipping for a number of years and had kind of learned from mistakes and formulated some sort of criteria, and then this one just happened to fit.
What's drop shipping for those that maybe don't know what it is?
Yeah, so drop shipping is a beautiful business model where you don't actually have to hold any inventory. So there's manufacturers in China, and what they'll do is they'll make products that anyone can sell, and then you can start to market it as your own, and when you sell it, you then link it to them and they'll ship it for you. So it cuts out a lot of the headaches that you normally have to do when starting a business, like having inventory, awkwardly selling to friends, having like warehousing fees and all that. So yeah, that's what dropshipping is.
How long have you been doing dropshipping?
So I started dropshipping. I used to have a local clothing line, so I had to deal with all the inventory and all those headaches back in 2017. And then I started dropshipping midway through 2018.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you were dropshipping, you were, I'm sure your first couple products, maybe they succeeded, maybe they didn't, I don't know. Tell us the beginning.
No, it was so bad. So I just jumped headfirst into dropshipping because I was like, holy, I don't have to have any inventory. I can market online. All you have to do is build a website. So I started like midway through 2018, and it was 6 months before I ever had a profitable product, and there was 42 products that I tested.
Woo.
Yeah.
What were some of the products?
Oh my God, everything you can think of. I sold dog products, waist trainers.
I thought he was dropshipping dogs. I was like,
yeah, that too. Everything, like water bottles. Actually, water bottles was one of the good ones, but little like hair accessories, make beauty products, everything.
All right, so tell us the lesson you learned from failing 42 products and finding this one. What is that criteria that you just mentioned?
Yeah, so I failed 42 times until finding this fruit infusion water bottle. And yeah, so that lesson, I honestly think it was just luck when I found that one. So I was just testing everything I possibly could. And this one happened to just do well. So yeah, there wasn't really a huge lesson in that. And then the lesson kind of started as I started to have products that would do well and then fail. So I had this water bottle, 42 products in 6 months. I'm feeling a bit discouraged. I'm kind of all in. I dropped out of school, stopped another startup I was working on, and I was like, okay, let's drop ship. And I finally have this one, and I'm not losing money on it, but I'm breaking even. And like month 1, I'm breaking even. Month 2, I make like 1,500 profit. Month 3, it's like 5K. Then it's like 10K. Then it's like 30K profit. And I'm like 19 or 18 years old, and I'm like, oh my God, I made it. This is it. So
the pinnacle of life.
Yeah, I was like living with my parents still. I was like, this is it. So then all I had literally was a website, no customer service. I didn't even answer emails. And yeah, I got taken down by Facebook because that was my only traffic source. And I went from making like 30K a month to nothing. And I felt like I'd just been kicked in the stomach. It was awful. So yeah, I never wanted to feel like that again. And I did like 12 more times. So yeah, from that started another product, and then that one failed, started another one, that one failed. And there's all these little lessons that I learned along the way that kind of helped develop Pillow Slides into what it is. So the first one being, you need customer service. People want to reach out to you. So yeah, keep in mind, I knew nothing about business when I started. I was like, took 1 year of business, and it was like general studies. So didn't really know a whole lot. So
they didn't teach you customer service at business school?
No, I learned some anthropology though, so yeah. Yeah, so the first one was customer service. You need customer service. And then I got that in place, excuse me. Just hired someone on Upwork to take care of the emails. And then started just marketing products, Facebook ads, all that. And then another store went down, and I was like, oh, what is happening? And oh, my product sucked. So people just thought it was a cool product, but I had ripped off someone's videos, and I'm not proud to say all this stuff. Like, I'd ripped off someone's video, stolen it. Another drop shipper used their content and didn't even test the product. So, I mean, I was young and I was just like eager to make money. So yeah, no, that one went down because the product quality wasn't good, and there was a lot of complaints. And if you've ever run Facebook ads or have heard someone, they tend to take people down if you're not following their policies. So that was another lesson. And then fast forward to another product. Oh, there's so many. Slow shipping times. And then, yeah, there's just so many little lessons along the way.
Keep them going. These are great lessons.
Sure, yeah. So slow shipping times is one of them. I mean, people don't want to wait 30 days for your product. So you got to figure out, like, I think the biggest change for me was, instead of looking at these problems as failures, looking at them as little lessons that I learned to continue building momentum. So I was just like making some money, getting taken down, and then learning these lessons. So product quality was a big one. Margins was a big one that I never thought was even important. It was just like, oh, I'll sell this, and if it sells, cool. But what you realize is, as you start to scale, your margins get tighter and tighter to the point where if you don't have it set right, which if you guys want to know, it's like 2 to 3 times plus what it costs, you're going to run into scaling issues, and you're going to get taken down, or not taken down, but become unprofitable over time. What are some other ones? Product quality, margins, customer support, fast shipping times.
How do you find these product ideas? You said you tested like 50 products. Is there like a website that, because in the Amazon world, there's like softwares you can use, right? Like Jungle Scout, Viral Launch, whatever.
Yeah.
In the dropshipping space, is there tools that you can use?
Yeah, I actually just use social media. So I've tested probably in the past 4 years, like 150 products. So there's been quite a few. And I found the best way to find them is through social media. So there's 2 main ways that I do it now. And well, I don't really sell a lot of other products other than the slippers now, but the 2 main ways that I recommend if you're looking for a product is, firstly, you just go on TikTok. There's people that are making videos trying to go viral, and they just review products. So if you just type in like Amazon finds or TikTok made me buy it, you'll get curated all these products, And then if the video has a lot of views, just look at the comments. People are like, oh, where do you get this? Oh, like, this is sick. And it's like, okay. And then you can kind of funnel it into a criteria. The second way is through Instagram and, well, I would say not really Facebook, but Instagram and TikTok. And if you just scroll through and start to look for products or ads, start to hit shop now on them. And then once you're on that product page, hit add to cart. And what the algorithm will start doing is it'll start targeting you with more and more products. So you'll be seen in Facebook and Instagram's eyes as a buyer, and then you'll get hit with more and more ads. And then you can assume if you get hit with an ad that has like 1 million views, this company's obviously making money. They wouldn't be spending money to get 1 million views, right? So those are the two main ways. And then I kind of funnel it through a criteria. Everything I do, I try to be fast and affordable. So I kind of funnel it through a criteria. And after you see the product, it's kind of some of those lessons that I've learned. So first thing is, did it catch your eye or did it solve a problem, right? So usually if you see an ad, it either solves a problem or catches your eye, so that's good. The second thing is I go into Amazon and I just type the product in. If there's a lot of pages of the product, you're gonna kind of run into saturation issues. So what that means is there's just a lot of people selling it, so you might be catching a trend, and yeah, you'll just kind of like maybe make a few $1,000s and then it'll die out. So saturation's a big one. Product quality. You can do this in Amazon as well, just look at the reviews, but I like to order the product in and actually test it now. And then another one would be margins. For this one, I just use logic. Do you think someone would buy this product for 3 times what it costs? And to figure out the cost, you just go to AliExpress and see what it costs plus the shipping. And then the last one, this one's optional, but do females like it? If chicks will buy it, it'll usually sell more than if men will buy it. So thank you, women, for building my small businesses for me.
Oh, those are great. So how did you find pillow slides? Let's move the conversation from more of a general dropshipping to your actual business that you're running right now.
Yeah, so those are the two main methods. I do have another one, which is like just downloading AliExpress on your phone and scrolling through to see products that catch your eye. This one's a bit harder because you're just endlessly scrolling, but AliExpress on your phone is built like a social media platform, so you can kind of scroll through it and see what actually catches your eye like it would someone on social media. So I was scrolling through and I just saw these slippers, like, these are freaking sweet. So yeah, I looked a little deeper, funneled it through the criteria, and I was like, oh, this could be one that works. So yeah.
Interesting. And by the way, social media, that's actually how Christina, my fiance, found the derma roller, our top seller. She was like, our first product with the vitamin C serum, that failed. Oh, that didn't fail. Like, it did pretty poorly. I would say it was extremely saturated, and skincare is a very, very competitive space. Supplements, like, extremely competitive. And then we launched the silicone makeup sponge, and that one was a complete failure. That was like, caught a huge fad at the very, very end. And then at that time, like, I was so discouraged. I'm like, man, like screw this Amazon thing. I knew this wasn't gonna work, Like, every business I try, like, doesn't work. Like, this is not for me. I'll try something else, whatever, right? And then she's like, oh, I found these rollers with needles on this thing, plastic thing, like you roll on your face. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, you want to sell this on Amazon? Are you crazy? I was like, we're not touching that. She's like, I think this is interesting. I was like, all right, let's do this. Let's keep an eye out for like 2 to 3 months, and let's see how, because at that time there was already people selling the product on Amazon. I'm like, all right, let's keep, and they were doing well. There were like 10 reviews doing like 20K a month, 30 reviews doing like 30K a month. I was like, let's just keep an eye out and see if they're still doing 30K a month, 50K a month, 3 months later. So like for 3 months, I was just like watching this thing. I'm like, I know it's gonna crash. I know it's gonna crash. And then it just kept on going, just kept on climbing. And then 3 months later, I was like, okay, let's try this one more time. If it doesn't work, no more Amazon for us. Wow. And then, yeah, that was
the winner?
That was the winner, yeah. And then it brought on sales for like the vitamin C serum. We like bundled it because people need to, people don't need. Okay, I'm an Asian man in my early 30s. I know nothing about skincare. So if you're listening to me right now, like, you have no idea what I'm talking about, I don't. But anyways, they paired it up with the vitamin C serum. and we launched more skincare products. We try to build up a brand focusing on it's not anti-aging. What's the word?
Anti-aging, preventative aging.
Preventative aging. That's right. That's what word we used. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to share that with people because social media actually does work. If you want to try to find products to sell on Amazon or on website, just do what Jake does, right? Like you said, click on the shop now, click add to cart. That way Instagram and Facebook think that you're a buyer and they're just gonna keep feeding you ads, and then find those ads that have a lot of views. And then those people obviously spending a lot of money on Facebook for a reason, they're getting sales, and then look into that niche.
Yeah, and then one thing you can do too is Facebook is trying to be more open with their policies. So you can just type in Facebook ad library into Google and open that up. And if you type the brand in where you saw that video, you can actually search up all their ads and see how many they're running.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so yeah, if you find a video and you're like on Instagram, because Facebook owns Instagram, and you're like, oh, this looks interesting. Let's see how many ads are running. Just go in, type their brand name in, and you can see exactly every single ad they're running, and then just try to improve upon that.
So you found these pillows, right? And then you dropshipped them, you tested them, you went through it passed your criteria, it started doing well.
Yeah.
How did you turn that product, like a single product, into an actual brand where now people call them like pillow slides, right?
Yeah, so things moved so quick. I kind of caught it at a really nice time where COVID, everyone was kind of working from home and wanting some loungewear that they could go and like take the garbage out in, or like wear like a suit, but also wear pillow slides. So things were moving really quick. And it was just like, it was crazy. In January, I hired 12 people in January, and then just for customer support, and then I fired all of them because like they wasn't working at all. So things were just moving so quickly, and it was just like I could barely keep up. So I was kind of just put into this really like pressured situation where it's like, okay, how can we continue to scale while maintaining like integrity in the brand? And at first, what that looked like was just strictly Facebook ads. So we just did Facebook ads on Instagram and Facebook. And then after we were kind of crushing it with that, started to implement email marketing, and then we added Google, and then we started trying to build this moat around our business. Because if anyone here has dropshipped or heard of someone who's dropshipped, it gets competitive super quick because you don't own the patents on the product, so anyone can start to sell it. So the idea is you want to scale fast and then build a moat around your business so people can't catch up to you. So yeah, things like getting on different social medias, getting content coming in. One of the biggest things that's going to drive continuous traffic is having a steady stream of content. So in April of last year, this was kind of when we were hitting like some pretty big months, our Facebook got taken down, which was sucked obviously because we were doing great, but was a little bit of a blessing in disguise because it forced me to start to find other traffic sources and really rely on them. So we started doing a lot more TikTok, we started doing a lot more influencers, brand ambassadors, and this is kind of what started to build Pillow Slides into that name. Yeah.
And that's really interesting because if Facebook didn't ban you, or they banned you? Or
yeah.
If Facebook didn't do that, a lot of e-commerce brands, like I talked to a lot of my friends, they got hit with the iOS 14 update. So that's like a huge blessing in disguise if you look back at it.
Yeah, we probably would have had like 2 or 3 months of like high Facebook revenue before that iOS update hit.
So I'm curious to know, out of your revenue, let's say it's 100%, what's the division right now when it comes to revenue generated?
Yeah,
email marketing, TikTok.
It's probably about 20%, 25% email, maybe like 20% Google. Facebook's probably at like 25%, and then the rest would be like ambassadors, and then TikTok and organic stuff.
Wow, that's super evenly distributed.
Yeah.
So if one of them goes down, you still have your business running. For those that wanna, so I have a lot of my students here who have a product on Amazon. They wanna kind of branch off to build their own e-commerce website. What are some advice you can give them? Because the thing tricky about that is that they already have a product that's well on Amazon. Just because it does well on Amazon, it doesn't necessarily mean it will do well off of Amazon, correct?
Definitely. There's a few things I would do. Firstly, I would just test it, build a Shopify website for it, get a product page, and just run some ads, see if it sells. If not, at that point, normally what I would do is I'd be like, all right, new product. But maybe try making some organic TikTok videos. I'm seeing a lot of products go viral on TikTok, just mostly due to creativity. So hire someone or do it yourself, film some TikTok videos, see if you can go viral organic. I saw this chocolate brand that they posted a TikTok. It was just an organic one. Got 6.5 million views and they did like 500K from it. Jesus. Yeah, so yeah, if you want to branch out, for sure try some ads and then also give organic a go just on TikTok.
So you would test Facebook ads and Instagram ads and then organic TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, a lot of people don't do Facebook and Instagram anymore. They just do TikTok ads. But what I've found with TikTok ads is it's so fast paced that you'll have a video that will work for like 2 or 3 days, maybe a week, and then you got to get new content coming in. So it's hard to have that infrastructure for constant content coming in right off the bat. Whereas Facebook, if you test a product or a video ad and it works, it'll work for like 4 to 6 months.
Wow,
yeah.
Interesting, cool. Man, I wish I can ask you a lot more questions because I think, my background again is in like Amazon and we tried to go off of Amazon, but there were definitely a few challenges that we faced. Like one of them was being our average order value, which is too low. And we couldn't, we were just breaking even and losing a little bit of money. And that was a really, really difficult challenge. But overall, I just think, when we were trying to build our website out, we actually lost focus on the Amazon side. So our Amazon side started to dip.
Right.
And then our e-commerce side didn't really do that all that well. So we're like, you know what, let's just ditch this for now, go back to Amazon, and then we scale that up. So one of the lessons I learned through that experience is if that's what you're trying to do, is if you're trying to branch off of Amazon, make sure you have someone to actually manage the entire Amazon site first. Don't lose track of that because that's your bread and butter. Make sure that maybe you can take a 2-week off vacation 1 month to try it out and your revenue is still the same. If you have that person managing the Amazon side, then at that point, give your permission to actually go off of Amazon and try. Because it was me and Christina. I think at that point, maybe we had 1 or 2 other people, I forget. But man, when we're working with the Facebook agency, first of all, it was not cheap. It was like $5,000 a month or something like that. And then they're like, okay, give us 10 pieces of content per week. I was like, okay, well, I can't make the content because I'm a guy and we're selling to women. And Christina, it's all you. She's like, well, I don't know how to make content. And then it was just like, okay, well, it's pretty difficult. But
yeah, I definitely. When I say things like I'm expanding Google and email and all these things, I'm not doing any of it. I'm just hiring people to do it because just like you said, if you try to learn everything, you spread yourself too thin.
Yeah, but that's a good skill to learn, right? It's you don't need to know how to do everything.
Yeah.
You just got to know how to find the people and put them in to do everything.
Definitely.
But then the new skills becomes how to manage those people, how to manage those people, how to make sure that they're actually doing what they're supposed to do. Because it's very, very easy to dump, 5K here, 3K there, 2K here, and then 3 months later, you lost 30 grand. And then you're like, where did the money go? You're like, well, yeah, anyways. So, Jake, a round of applause for Jake. So we'll do, thank you, man. That was awesome. Thank you. You did great, by the way. I know you were quite nervous throughout the week. He was texting me, he's like, yo, can I get the question list beforehand? I was like, sure, I'm gonna send it to you, but I didn't ask a single question from that list, so we just